It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. It's the Detroit Lions and the New York Jets, next on Madden Football.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The spirit of these fans not dampened by the weather. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, nice and dry up here in the booth. But Greg, rain throughout the day, going to rain on into the night. So this one is going to be a little bit of a challenge for these players.
Yeah, Mike, and even as you said it, you're exactly right. Down on the field before the game, the field looked in really good condition. But the number one decision, you got to be in there as a player, talking to your equipment staff, get the right cleats. The length, are they molded? Are they screwing? How deep are they screwing? Make sure when you come out and that game kicks off, you are confident in your footing. Don't let a couple bad plays go against you early, and then you got to kind of change shoes and scramble. Get that done in pregame, confident going in, and let the game unfold the best it can.
Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. But let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the pass. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Detroit.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. A run with Brooks. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
Third down, 3 to go. Now, Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Lions first down.
Here's Goff. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Patrick motioning here. On 2nd down, Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Goff. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Catch is made. That is Williams.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
So as this nice drive continues, Mike, they find themselves 1st and goal. Offensively, anytime you maintain possession for this long, you have to come away with a touchdown. It feels to me, you settle for a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. And a a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Kirby Joseph there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's caught by the tight end, Tyler Conklin. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Jets 1st down.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3 and out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
It's 1st down, and it's Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Now a 2nd down throw from Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Lions who have the early lead. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. That one's a Corley. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Malachi Corley. Touchdown, Jets.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the Jets will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown in time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The visitors' offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Here's a handoff to Brooks. Whoa! And this will be a Lions 1st down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is The offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap, because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Quickly to the outside and complete. Second down and 8. Now Goff. Comeback route, and he's got it. 17 yards on that connection. First down, Detroit.
Throwing a comeback route against zone coverage, it could be a little bit tricky. Remember, in zone, the defender's eyes are on the quarterback. So if your receiver doesn't sell that right and this ball's not thrown on time, you're going to end up watching that defender take this thing back the other way.
On the ground, it's Brooks. A hit, and he has lost the football. The Jets have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
That's to the left side, pulled in by Conklin. Here's 2nd and 6. Rodgers now. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6. A give. Here's Hall. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the give, it's Hall. And he'll lean forward, getting this to about the 35. That's Carlton Davis bringing an end to that one. Rodgers to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Lions have got it. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
First down, Lions.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
30-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Detroit.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
On first down, it's Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta. He is in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Jets 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Jets offense getting set to get back to work. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That's caught. It's Braylon Allen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the gun, Rodgers. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Here's Rodgers. to the left side, and Adams has it.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Rodgers going up top again. Catch made, right side by Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Two first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down. Again, it's Rodgers. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
This one caught by Lazard. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. On comes Greg Zuerlein to try the field goal. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite.
To the goal line and in. Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Lions.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
Bates now for the extra point. And the kick is good. So what a finish to this first half as they extend the lead.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Coach, thank you, and the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. This taken in at the 8-yard line, and he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
3rd and 6. Now Goff. Open man, left side. He's got it. Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta, and they give the Lions a 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. He's got Laporta open on the left side. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Give it up the middle to Brooks. And he'll be taken down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
Here's Goff. He pulls it in around the 5. Second and goal. A toss, and here's Brooks. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Kene Nwanwu now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jets offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down.
gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Rodgers now. That's a short one, taken in by Conklin. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Third and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Hall. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Jets have a first down.
Finding yourself down here multiple scores in the second half, the defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
A-Rod now to throw on first down. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Conklin. And he's close to a first down. To spot here, 2nd and a yard. Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, New York. And of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So take away the 6 points, and it's ruled an incomplete pass. 2nd down, Rodgers. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Jets will cut into that lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense starting to trot out for this next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, They could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Give inside, it's Brooks. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Here's Gibson to return, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Garrett Wilson and the Jets offense now heading back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. He'll get that to Wilson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. He was looking for Malachi Corley. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he's going to have the Jets' 1st down, it would appear. Yes, he does, by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2. Rodgers. Got him in, downfield, it's Devontae. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Hall. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Now Rodgers. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read one, read two, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive lineman a little bit.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Breece Hall, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
At this point, they're just trying to make something positive happen here late in the 4th quarter. This secondary blanketed the entire field, and the ball ends up falling into the wrong arms.
The Lions offense about ready to take over once more. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? A run with Brooks to begin this drive. So that's a good bounce back there. They'll get this back very close to that 1st down marker.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
On 2nd down, Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
And the Lions 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brooks. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Another try with Brooks. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, here's Brooks. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
Well, if you're going to run the ball in the middle of this defensive line, you better block the big man in the middle, Mike. What a great job, not only defeating his blocks, but being able to penetrate enough to take the ball carrier down for a loss. That is a great play by the big man inside.
Here's the Lions punt team now. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. So now, Rodgers and the Jets ready to take over once more. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball, and that's what he's done in this one. First down for Aaron. Coming free is Conklin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Rodgers. A throw left side taken in by Corley. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
That one caught by Wilson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's second and 8 at the 46-yard line.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Again, it's Rodgers. Again, working deep downfield. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Now Zuerlein for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Jets are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Great job here by the front line of the return unit, Mike. So often you see as the kicker approaches the ball, they start running backwards to get to their spot to set up the return. That's what the kicking unit's trying to take advantage of. These guys stayed home, they saw the ball kicked, and recovered it.
The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second, and the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Goff down to a knee. And that should be the final act in this one. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Jack Fox in punt formation for the Lions.
So a win for the visitors, the Lions. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night.